Welcome to the Legend of Dooidy. And I know your first thought, if you're an Age of Empires 2 fan, is who's Dooidy? And I thought the same thing a few days ago. So before we get into the game, here's the background. Dooidy signed up and made it into a 128-person tournament, Wandering Warriors Cup, which has a Nomad focus. According to his profile, was quite good at 1v1s at some point, but typically only plays Nomad team games. And I spoke to Mr. Yo, another Chinese player, and he's one of the best in the business, and he said he knows the guy and that this guy's been playing Nomad for a long time. I didn't know of him because he doesn't play 1v1s. Dave didn't know of him because he doesn't play 1v1s. And he's up against a player who's in the top 50 in the world, Margougou from France. So this is the final game in a best of 3. Dooidy had already shocked us in the earlier games. And if you want to see the earlier games, that stuff's also in the description. But enjoy this masterpiece.
All right, so both players making their way over here. It looks like Dooidy is immediately finding a shorefish on the middle and making that dock, and then he's going to make that TC over on the land area with the Lithuanians. It's going to be really nice to not have to worry about food income with Lithuanians. Yeah,
and this kind of brings you back to how you want to play Nomad in most cases anyways. People asking about how to play Nomad. What you want is you want to dock. You want to use the food you start with to send a wood and then make fishing ships. And in this case, since you have so much food, you can get a fishing ship lead. So as you have the dock from Margougou, we'll have to pay attention to how many he can get compared to Mr. Dooidy. On water, though, if this becomes a water battle, I much prefer Byzantines. They have more HP on their buildings, which applies to the docks. And they also have the faster working fires here.
Yeah, and they can also go up to Imperial cheaper, so...
True.
It's nice if you're trying to get, if you're stalemated and you're trying to get those fast fire upgrades, which is really great. Also, I want to see how Dooidy does on a more structured map. Because we saw last time when the resources were even in the middle, he really, really struggled. We saw him do very well on Nomad, where he can kind of, there's more adaptability. But on a map like this, it's fairly even on both sides. And once you get your TC up, it's basically like playing... kind of a mix of what would that be, Highland and Golden Hill, or
Gold Rush or Golden Pit?
Gold Rush,
or,
yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because the amount of gold you have on each side is consistent with Gold Rush. You get 7 tiles of gold. There should be 2 relics on each side. That's very hard to balance, but it looks like that's the case. The 2 relics on each side and then 1 relic in the middle. The berries in the middle are a nuisance, if anything. Honestly, it kind of just blocks you from building buildings. It's mainly about the stone and gold in there. And everyone has a different approach. When I played this in a practice game against Hallis, I gave up water. So I docked, but then I gave up water and just land boomed and tried to push the middle and imp after a Castle Age boom. And then some people will go for like Siege Monk. Some people will combine everything. It's really hard to know what is... Sorry, it's been a long day. It's hard to know what's the correct move, Dave. So I'm curious to see what they play out.
So there's not too many fish in the middle. There's a few for the beginning of the game, but like I was saying before you came on, all of the fish on these maps are the 225 version.
Yep.
So each one of these dots, they're all just 225 food. In the Vivi vs. Boom set, both players added like 10 ships in Castle Age, and there was maybe 300 food left in the Graupo
really
area. Yeah, there was like nothing left, and they were still adding ships to fight over it. It's pretty funny.
Speaking of Grapple, I feel like it's going to be one of my favorite maps in the tourney.
It looks good so far.
Yeah. Like the need to expand constantly is so cool. The game I played, obviously, I almost threw that one against all those hand cannons. You said it was like 200.
212.
Yeah. So I'll have to rewatch that one.
Ooh, this is a nice mill spot over here if Dooidy finds this. Don't even bother with the boar. Oh my god. We got 7 shorefish.
I guess Dooidy wants to go fishing ships instead. Kind of looks like Dooidy's looking for sheep. Or like maybe sheep, maybe a boar. Every time I play on this, I always try and mill, but then you don't have the wood for fish, so I guess it's a hard balance.
He's just playing Nomad style, where you have one villager making houses everywhere, right? And they're exploring at the same time. Dual purpose. Ooh, he won't see that boar at the back. Yikes, that actually really hurts him. Let's look under Margot's TC, and he does indeed have a boar. And now he's going, and he's going to find all of this fish up here. Ooh, that's nice too.
So,
see if he has a mill beside that.
A lot of players will forget to build a lumber camp if they're not experienced in Nomad, because you have a TC on wood. So if you get the resources to go feudal, and then you try and rush feudal, and then you forgot to build a lumber camp, that can delay you by 30 to 60 seconds. So I'm looking at Margougou right now. He'll probably build one, but he only has 7 on wood. So I could maybe see where he forgets it.
Lumber camp or mill, right?
Yeah, true. Either one would work.
The mill right
okay,
there.
cool.
Yep, and it's going onto the short fish, so that'll let him get up a little bit faster. His boar is now depleted under the TC. Can't just rely on the fishing ships. He'll send some vills over there, and also has the ones on deer. He should be fine. I love the exploration from Dooidy. You could tell he's a nomad player. Just because he's got things everywhere. He's got sheep going over here. He had a villager going out front to make a house near the choke point from Margougou. He had a villager wandering around up north here. And now he's going for the mill on the short fish.
Yeah, speaking of Vil, we have Margougou moving forward. Maybe just to build houses in the middle, or maybe to Vil fight. I don't know. But
maybe to wall off.
Both players, actually. Yeah, both players with Vils in the center. And they find each other.
It's meant to be, dude.
Right?
It's just meant to be. Does no one have a hill advantage there? I guess not.
It looks like it. I think Margougou will think that there is a hill advantage.
Who wins? Who gets the last hit?
I think Margougou loses this. It's so
he's
close.
Sending another mill. He's sending another mill.
No!
She backstabbed her.
Oh, God. I really want to know who would have won that in the first place, but well played, Margougou.
True. Oh, man. The timing on that was just perfect. Honestly.
Dave, we have a big difference in styles here. Yeah. Dooidy hasn't clicked up yet. Dooidy is, I think, intentionally staying into the Dark Age and really over-booming here with the fish.
10 fishing ships. Damn. Maybe he thinks that he can maybe go FC and he'll just get the amount of food that he needs from the fishing ships before they die. He's looking for gold now. Okay, he's got to go way over here for gold.
It is a
not
strat.
That much on the outer area.
Yeah, I mean, it is a strat as he brings in another boar. Just give up the water here and take it back later. I tried it, and I felt like if you even go fast castle, lose your fish into just killing their fish in Castle Age, it can be strong. But boar doesn't cooperate. There we go. So I had a game the other night. I don't know if I can explain this properly, but I'll try. I was bringing in a relic, and there was a similar gap like there is between that tree and that house, except it was one tile, okay? So I had enemy army obviously there and chasing, and enemy army kills my monk and is about to run through the gap, and the relic blocked them. Like, they killed my monk, the relic dropped right in the gap in my wall, and kept the army out of my base. It was amazing. Yeah. Totally intentional.
It only drops exactly where the monk is if the monk dies. By the way. There's no other way to do that.
Oh,
Not
really?
Anymore, anyway.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Well,
it used to be where you could hide inside the relic, like Viper used to do. But I think I'm pretty sure they patched that out.
Okay. Well, I didn't try it in case people didn't sense the sarcasm. So that's a once in a lifetime for me. As Margougou comes forward to stonewall this, as his strategy is all about winning the water, but I guess he realizes the enemy will be in Castle Age faster.
Yeah, and Dooidy's strategy has paid off here, as he's basically out of fish over here, and the fishing ships have indeed stayed alive long enough to get him enough food to go to the Castle Age. And with these shorefish all over the place, Tristan, feels like even if you lose these fishing ships, you won't have to invest wood into further food economy.
Yeah.
You can make do in the beginning of Castle Age with just the shorefish if you're going something like Knights. And I'd actually love to see a transport ship sneak here from Dooidy if he sees these stone walls in the middle.
I guess, what do you do, though? Like, I feel like booming's the way. I think adding a second TC and trying to gain a Vil lead there is the way to do it. Because I don't see what the middle gives you right now. But
no, I'm talking about transport ship sneak villager.
Oh, like on the side. Oh,
Knights on your opponent's base. Yeah, imagine Knights in Margot's base right now.
He hasn't fully given up on water. And Davey's trying to send Vils out, and he will find the walls now. So he did not know about that until now. The demo comes over, and now he needs to game plan on what he does next. Crazy stuff. I think the demo is going for fish, by the way.
I see it. I see it.
What do you see?
Transport.
No way.
I can feel
But
Dooidy's power.
It's the forward dock, though.
I can say he's gonna pull it away with the fishing ship. Watch, he'll pull the thing away. He'll bring the transport ship over, load these 4 vills in, and then sneak around.
Dude,
Look, he's pulling them all to the north of the map, and he's gonna sneak right around with the transport ship.
Wow, man. I mean, he just lost all of his fish, but this is not something I was expecting to be a reality. Because I don't think like a Nomad player. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't adapt like that at all.
Well, he's gone to the middle, which is I wouldn't go to the. I think I would go to the other side, but
yeah,
Dooidy is doing things, and he's going to the middle now, and he's gonna drop what, a monastery maybe.
I was thinking Siege Monk. With Lithuanians, Siege Monk makes sense.
There it is.
I assume Margougou sees this.
What is he gonna wall? Is he walling in these villagers?
What
no shot,
bro. If he
you can just delete that mill, brother.
True. Like, there's a lot. Margougou has a lot of time right now. Margou's microing on water against the fires that Dooidy sent in. How is Dooidy killing fish right now? And look at Margougou blocking. He's blocking it. Did you see that?
Yep.
That was
absorbing
so
the shot.
good.
He's absorbing the fire.
Oh.
Take the fire. And now Margougou is stuck in the palisade wall. He did get 2 of them, but he can just delete the mill or kill the walls at any point.
Wow, dude. And now there's the Siege Workshop. Yeah, the Bills have to run.
Yep. But still, I mean, he did distract him. He tried to kill a few fish, and Margougou is still 1:40 away from the castle age, and Dooidy might be able to convert a villager here, potentially a fire ship.
Yeah. And also, you've got some presence in the middle. I mean, you probably don't want to boom out here, but you do have some vision on it. As we see a second TC in the back for Dooidy. I would have mills on those shorefish, though. He does not have the eco to switch into farms, and he definitely needs more food eco.
I like Dooidy a lot.
I know. I know, yeah. I heard tidbits, man, and I then I had looked at this profile and like a few others last night, and anytime there's an unknown player, especially one in a Nomad tourney who plays Nomad all the time, it gets you hyped.
Yep, and it's 30 seconds away from getting to the castle edge. I'd love to see Margougou go for scouts here in the interim.
Oh, he's got stables.
There's the scout, yep.
Yeah, he's going to abandon this and lose a Vill, which I feel like against Dooidy... Oh, 2 Vills. I feel like Dooidy's going to do something with that, you know? Like another
those
Siege
are going
Workshop.
to the corner. Yeah, those are going to the corners for sure. He's sending 2 more villagers across.
What? He probably sent 2 Vills before he converted 2 Vills.
Outpost. Town patrol coming in soon. You can guarantee it.
Oh my god, dude. And he's at home and he's safe, right? So he doesn't have fish, but he's applying pressure and he goes for another monastery. But Dave, Margougou has food eco and Margou's going for the direct counter. Lightcap would wreck this.
Yep. Another outpost.
He loves his Nomad, man.
He does what he knows. He does what he knows. And that is vision over his opponent's base. He loves it.
I think Margougou needs patience here. And forward town center, Dooidy! Bro, build that at home. That is... Like, what are you trying to turn this into a wood game and take some wood for later?
I love this so much. He's like channeling my inner energy here.
Dave's like... Dave's Dooidy is what Dave wants to be, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What we all want to be, let's be honest. Well, 5 light cav, and you quickly find out why you might not want to be Dooidy. Perfect play from Margougou. Ouch.
He got one. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Dooidy, please. Oh, Dooidy.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
But like, why TC though? Like, surely you know you're gonna be up against light cav because you're only making something that gets countered by light cav, and the opponent has fish and food eco.
He had the res.
Okay. Well, he's gonna lose stuff in the middle now, Dave.
But now think about it from Margou's point of view. He's like, God damn it, I can't clear up the vills. There's the TC over there.
And he will. You are correct that he might spend a lot of focus on this. and not counterattack, because he could run right through his own walls now. He could delete his walls and run in.
I mean, he's already killed a monk up there. He killed a Mangonel coming across. He's killing both of those villagers in the middle. So Dooidy, I mean, the vill count is even, and the only reason... Actually, Dooidy has quite a few more villagers. It's the fishing ships keeping Margougou in the economic competition here. The only reason the vill count is like that is because Dooidy converted like 3 vills. So that's like a 6 villager switch, right?
Yeah, true. By the way, the KD is 26-3 right now. Yeah, 27-4, depending on who you look at. Some bad stuff happened, apparently.
Dooidy don't care about that.
Margougou is making a transport, Dave, which is something that he might not have done had his opponent not transported. But now he feels like this is a good idea. And the truth is, he's got the water control, so he can do that. As Dooidy will add TC number 4, though it is TC number 3 on his side of the map.
Yeah, that's a good argument against transports. The escalation factor. If you do it, you're reminding your opponent that it's a possibility.
So true. So true. That's you know, when I play Arena, that's what happens when someone gets Atonement. When my monks start getting converted, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need that. Okay.
Yeah. I've actually been in situations in games where I've chosen not to get a tech because I'm afraid it'll remind my opponent that they can get it too.
Murder holes, baby. Everyone in chat's like murder holes. Wow, this is just such a good play from Margougou. He is going to be aggressive now and probably boom up behind this. These knights are going to wreck his eco. There's no chance for Dooidy to defend from this if he doesn't have monks.
Do you see how exposed this is? This is why I was thinking stable sneak from Dooidy would be pretty good. In the beginning stages. Because, like, you're just all over the place. You're taking these shorefish, you're taking the wood lines everywhere. Villagers just so exposed. And it was the same story. It still is the same story in Margou's economy.
Yeah.
If Dooidy could get any pressure. Dooidy actually has 4 monks built up.
And a siege workshop and a barracks. I would be so freaking paranoid if I were Margougou right now.
Yeah. The
also,
TC is
his
living
fishing
in his
ships,
head.
Dave. Dooidy is going to convert 4 fishing ships. 1, 2. Well, 2 for now, but that's epic. I love it.
Yep. Where are you going to fish with those, bruh?
Also, the knights are right next to a bunch of vills, but
oh god,
Margougou is like so focused on his fish right now as a fire comes in to kill the rest of the fishing ships.
Oh god, Dooidy's gonna lose 6 vills here easily.
The KD is 34 to 6.
Not. No, Margougou is stalled out. He was attacking the mining camp.
Oof.
Dooidy saves 5 of those villagers, brings them to the TC. It's 61 vills for him, 58 vills for Margougou, and he's losing the fishing ships now. And Dooidy still has this forward position here. Like I said, dude, the TC lives not only in your base, but in your head rent-free.
And you have Byzantines, so whether you like it or not, you're going to see it because you have free town patrol.
Yep. Wouldn't Dooidy just love that right now? Free town patrol. Oh my god.
Dooidy is converting ships, Dave. Like, there's no fishing ships working right now for Margougou, if I'm not mistaken, because these ships are getting converted by the monks and being sent out. How is Dooidy in this game?
Redemption is coming in. Oh god, this is actually getting scary now if you're Margougou.
I think the scary thing for both of them is the lack of food eco. That's what's crazy. The farming eco seems to be what Margougou is going for, but he maybe could take advantage of a few more shorefish. And redemption coming in means the blacksmith could be gone. Dooidy is destroying his own units against the blacksmith.
That's fine.
He's healing. Don't...
He's actually out. No, he's not out healing it.
Oh, God.
Oh, if only he was Byzantines, he could have healed that faster.
He's doing it again. Stop this. Oh, God. He's distracted by the knights. He did get a conversion in the back of his base, Dave. So those are actually going to be dealt with. And Margougou panicking here. And I think it's a good time to remind people that Margougou is 400 elo higher, currently anyways, than Dooidy.
So he gets the blacksmith and immediately gets fletching out of it.
What? He's actually using the... Whoa, man. If only, like, you know that little animation that happens when you get blacksmith upgrades out of your own blacksmith?
Yeah.
If only the enemy could see that and you could flex on him, you know?
Yeah, that would be just amazing. Add a whole new dimension to the game.
Spearmen in the middle clear up the light cav, and it's 97 population for Dooidy. Don't ask me how.
76 bills for both. And actually, Margougou is denying the dock from Dooidy in the north, but Dooidy's going to clear up that transport ship, be able to place that foundation. And Margot is going to have to be worried about this little base that Dooidy has on his island. And Dooidy's now converting the docks.
Delete them. Do not give him docks. Delete them, Margougou. They're not helping you anymore anyways. He might be distracted, Dave. He should delete those docks, surely. Margougou.
I mean, he's already given him the entire fleet. And he gives him the docks, too. And now Dooidy has places to fish with its converted fishing ships. Actually unreal. Actually unreal. Is he going for a cast? No, dude.
Oh, no, don't castle there. Castle the middle, man.
This is why, nope, this is why you make the TC on your opponent's at base.
I mean, Margougou isn't happy about this. And Margou's going to drop his own castle. And he's sending more vills, and he's bringing siege, and he's imping Dave.
Yes, but Redemption, if Dooidy gets good conversions on time, I don't think he can deny the castle from Margougou. It's going to be tough, but Redemption might push him away.
Really good job from Dooidy.
He's got a mangonel of his own. Another mangonel that he's converted.
I think both castles go up here, Dave. It got real messy there for a second. But both castles go up. But the cheaper Byzantine's Imperial Age is paying off for Margougou. He should be able to treb that down.
Dooidy has enough stone now to go place the castle in the middle again.
Do you castle the middle, or do you double down in this area?
I don't know.
Because here comes Margougou.
Oh, Margougou is coming forward with a tower. Interesting. And Dooidy's up to Imperial. This is a great game. Wow.
It's amazing.
Did not expect it.
Also, Margougou is making petards right now. Which, he might think that Dooidy's imp at the same time as him. So it makes sense if you want to win the Treb War. I actually really like the tower because it gives you some security. But he will need military as well. Right now, he has 2 petards and 1 mangonel, and that's it.
They're guard towers, too.
Not bad. Also, Dooidy's trying to break through to the middle at the same time, Dave. Look at him with the rams and the vills.
I mean, the rams will be nice once they get near those guard towers. Actually help out a lot.
Another dock's going to be converted. It's so jarring to me to see Lithuanian docks look like Byzantine docks right now. Can't get over that. 103 pop versus 90 pop. The petards eject. They weaken that castle. Looks to me like Margougou is going to have the trebs out and treb that castle down. But, like, maybe Dooidy just gives up on this area now, and then he focuses on the middle.
Well, I mean, all the time that Margougou is spending on this area over here gives Dooidy a chance to gain control of that middle, right?
Yeah.
If he can somehow get a castle there. It looks like a siege workshop there from Margougou. He's got another guard tower coming up. He's got the TC in the middle, and the Treb is on the way from him. Dooidy is still not through that wall somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know if you noticed it in the game 1 with my set, but sometimes it's really hard to click a diagonal piece of wall. And if you ever re-click it, you can't get back to the weak one because it's lower.
Yes. Yeah, I know about that. I'm not sure about this ram push from Dooidy. There's a mangonel there, but it's not attacking.
Wait, where? I don't... Oh,
behind the Treb.
Oh, you're talking about that one. I'm talking about the castle from Dooidy in the center, Dave.
Oh, shit.
He's dropping a castle in the center. There's crazy stuff going on right now.
Well, I guess he's distracting Margougou as he pushes from both sides. The Rams are going to deal with these guard towers, and the castle will go up in the middle.
What?
And Dooidy is now in Imperial Age, and Dooidy has knights there killing the villagers. On the other side, the Rams are evacuating, and the villagers are evacuating too. Dooidy just says, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, and Dooidy's like, the middle's mine now. I forced you into a defensive castle instead of a castle in the middle. I will now take the middle. Thank you very much. Now, it's really awkward to drop another castle, but if he can find the space for it, he will soon have the stone. And, of course, he can make siege in the middle, too. Margougou's got to be like, what is happening right now? How do I not have control over this game?
And you know why this happened, Tristan? Because of the town center, my friend.
You're not wrong,
living in his head rent-free.
You're not wrong. And, like, the thing is, it wasn't just living in his head. Dooidy made him respected. He went siege. He went monks. He made Margougou respected. He wasn't just there. It was an actual threat. And now Margougou, I mean, fortunately, he's Byzantines. Oh, my God. Because he might not have access to gold, but he's got to be desperate.
He's got a lot of gold banked. Yeah. He did do a good job at not really spending too much of it. He's going into a ton of barracks now. I think you spend the gold to get upgrades rather than for your trash units rather than making just units with it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need that to push back across.
Only 7 tiles of gold. So let's see. That's 7 times 800, and I think that comes out to like 4,200 gold.
I think if you're Dooidy right now,
if
I'm in Dooidy's position, you make a bunch of docks here.
Maybe.
And just hold the land.
No. Just convert more docks. You don't need to make your own at this point.
Or that. Yeah, or that.
He's got...
Get your dock text, though, for sure.
Yeah, he's got 3, right? So, I mean, 3 is probably fine, and maybe make a few demos. Margougou, this is like danger territory. You need to push up this hill. You need to take the castle. And also the relic in the middle is going to go home for Dooidy, as he is, interestingly enough, committing to Cavalier. Which is, of course, good with Lithuanians if you get the relics, but always tricky against Byzantines.
I think there's like 2 key things here for Dooidy. You don't want him to cross that marshland, and you also don't want him to get a force over to raid your economy.
Yeah.
Because that's where you could start losing here, even if you control the middle. So just having some ships around patrolling on these different areas would help him out a lot.
Yeah. I think, I mean, if you have the stone and he does in the middle, at some stage you might even wall the shoreline. Or castle the shoreline, just so there's no transports available. But a little wasteful from Dooidy. This is what we call a trickle treb. And he wastes the treb, but it's not like he doesn't have the gold for more, at least.
Okay, he's got... What is he producing right now? He's not producing anything. He's just making more vills.
Does he have chemistry?
No military production in the queue.
He doesn't have chemistry. I feel like chemistry for hand cannons would make a lot of sense. But he's getting bodkin right now, which will affect his castles, of course. And this is a lot of pointy boys from Margougou. He's also got great production. He's got 8 barracks ready to queue up.
And Dooidy is not making anything. What is the plan? Okay,
Chemistry.
Chemistry right there. Oh, God, Dooidy, you need something. You need to be making something currently. Okay, I like this war galley. Good. Upgrade your ships.
The Cavalier, though. No, this is so bad.
Terrible.
Worst possible fight he could have taken. And it's not necessarily about the units, because he can make more, but it's about the time now. Like, he needed to keep his mass. Oh, no, Dooidy. By the way, still villagers being produced on Margougou's side. 3 trebs for Margougou. We need to see demos from Dooidy.
Yep. And that's what he's planning. Good. Oh, man, this could be juice. Tristan, this could be juice.
He just needs 2, Dave. Just 2?
There's another dock with a demo in it behind that.
2 will clear out all the halbs. And actually, the halbs are going in for the treb. They'll run into castle fire.
You go after the trebs first instead of the halbs. If you get some of the halbs, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess it depends if he has army to clear up the trebs afterwards. Oh, here they come. He has no choice in the matter. He gets 2 explosions, clears half the halbs. He's still repairing the castle, Dave. If he was not on the hill,
do not let that castle go down.
Big trouble.
Not say, oh, it went down. That's tragic. You could easily repair that and kill all of the trebs with your demos coming in. But this is what I was talking about. Navy is so good here.
Oh my God, and Dave, the Rams and the demo. Can they take out 3 trebs? No way. He just needs 1 hit in the middle, I think. Just 1. Ready?
Trebs are trying to run. Oh, he got 1.
Got 1. And I mean, just forcing Margougou back right now is already a victory in and of itself.
Yeah.
So he'll take it. Wow, what an insane game. And still plenty of halbs coming from Margougou. He takes that as a sign to queue up more. He's got about 10 barracks now, and Davey's expanding farms. He's got stables to make Hussar. Margougou will continue.
Did Dooidy really just pull the most 5-head move of all time? He had gold in the bank, Tristan.
Yeah.
He had gold in the bank, and he sold all of his food.
Well, draining the market is pretty smart here, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And then Margougou just hit the market right after him.
Okay, good
so
timing.
He got denied a bunch of the gold. That's really nice.
I don't know if it's the most 5-head move of all time, but it is a really good move. I think
we're casters. We have to hype it up.
True. We're about to see the biggest fight of all time coming up this hill. Here comes Hussars and halbs, and Dooidy doesn't have the numbers, Dave.
We need demos. He's fine if he has demo. We just need more demos. There's another demo. Villagers coming across, probably thinking about building some production buildings or taking some stuff.
Oh, the trebs make it over. The hand cannons are there, but is there enough of them? And will Margougou be able to take out the castle? He'll be firing uphill. He even comes in for the gold. He's that desperate for it. Dooidy's going to drop a castle right next to the trebs, dude.
And the Trebs are going to go down.
No.
The Trebs will die.
No.
Dooidy is holding this position, and Dooidy already has stables he's making with the villagers that are still alive on Margou's base. I think Dooidy is going to win this game if it continues like this.
God, dude. Well, listen, there's a couple things that can go wrong for you if you're Dooidy, and they're fairly easy to solve. You need to make sure that your flanks are castled, or you have water control, and then you have enough siege and units in the middle. So, like, bombard cannons, hand cannons feels really good right now in the middle, and then just control the sides with Navy. And as long as that's sorted, I think you should be good here. He also has 3 relics, by the way, so that can help him. And he even has fast fire ship now. So Margougou is completely up against it.
Imagine if those docks didn't get converted.
I know, dude. I mean, it at least would have forced Dooidy to make some docks. Yeah, because then it's a harder switch. It was just so
easy for him.
They were also in the perfect
Margougou
position.
Is at 154 gold and has no relics.
None.
He is Byzantines, though. If you're going to be in a situation like this with any civ, that's probably the one that you want. Either that or, like, Burgundians for the vineyards or whatever.
Oh my god, I hope we see that in this tourney. Can you imagine? Just 200 militia rushing the center.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. Margougou needs to think about docking and transporting. He could do that right now. And also, Margougou needs to use whatever gold he has for one final push in the center. It's not going to come soon. I think he needs to try and get some raids in first. But he needs to distract Dooidy with something. And then he needs to go all in for the middle with like 4 Trebs and a bunch of army.
Well, he's clearing up the TC now. He's had enough.
There we go. Getting arson. I guess.
And he's going for a dock in that corner. Oh, man, this could be his way back. This could be his way back. If Dooidy does not notice that, and Dooidy should start thinking, like, what is my win condition?
Yeah.
That he never gets across to my base. Of course he's going for outpost, Tristan. Of course Dooidy is going for outpost right where Margougou is trying to cross.
Yeah, it's a smart thought. And I think a castle there on the shoreline would do a lot, but even just a few galleons would be enough.
Yep. Or the paladin for Dooidy.
Or
You'd love to see it.
Cannon galleon, which he's made. Also, a really good time to remind everyone, as people probably forgot, Halbs have a bonus for ships. So Halbs are actually a really good unit against the Cav and against the fire ships, just not the hand cannons.
Okay, there's more villagers coming over here. I think Margougou is planning on transporting bills across and then making production buildings. He's got 3 transport ships queued up in there.
No way, dude. I mean, he's desperate. And he's also housed, or he's not really housed, actually, but... oh, man, Dooidy wants to drop a castle right there to finish the game.
And if Margougou wants to defend against that, he's going to have to spend some gold on a unit. He's got this 1 bombard cannon that looks very confused.
Yeah. Man, confused, alarmed, scared. It's probably a lot of emotions going on. Shocked, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I honestly think this castle, while it could win him the game, it's also a good way to throw the game. You don't need this castle to win. You need castles on the side so he doesn't transport. And the transports are there. And suddenly the hand cannons, a lot of them have gone down to the freaking castle. And suddenly Margougou has a 50 military lead. What is happening?
The fire ships are coming over. The fire ships are coming over. Dooidy can see this. Of course, he's got the god line of sight.
They've made it. Oh my god, Dave, they made it, and the castle was denied at 85%. The hand cannons are dying. The Trebs are dying as well. Or will, probably.
No
Oh,
way.
the Paladins are there for the
Paladin. Dude, Dooidy is a god at map vision. Honestly.
The last couple minutes, he spent a little too much time looking at the map and little too less time making units. But Dave, I'm with you. His awareness is next level. And if he can just get units to the middle again, he'll be okay. Margougou, though, this might be his chance. If he had the siege now, he could have used this moment to push the middle.
Well, his dock is going to be completely denied here. He's only got transport ships inside that. No production buildings on Dooidy's side. Dooidy still holds the middle. The castle has been denied, but he has stone in the middle.
Yeah.
He can mine stone for another castle, and he's going for more production buildings there. He's now shifting into barracks, getting guilds even.
I like it.
So he's even planning for the super late game when he runs out of gold. It's funny, this relic on Margou's side, he hasn't taken that.
Yeah, that would be 2,000 gold, right? Like, that would be so worth it. Also, I think he should immediately dock the other side and try a transport there.
I think
Continue to
Dooidy
ask
should
questions of
also
Dooidy.
continue going for demos here instead of the fires against these halbs.
Yeah, especially if Lithuanians get heavy demo, and I'm not too certain.
He's getting Galleon. Oh, Galleon could be the
Good.
Galleon.
He just needs to make sure he keeps them, because there's no ranged units for Margougou, so he needs to keep them off the marsh there. Oh man, his unit control is struggling a little bit though, Dave. Like those hand cannons, I feel will die to the Hussar really badly here. Oh man. Oh, and the fires go down. Oh no, Margougou. 80 army. Dooidy with middle control and has had middle control for such a long time. Only has 25.
Yep. And after he adds in Galleon, like Galleon will be good, but after he adds them in and gets pop capped, he's gonna have some population issues and where to allocate things, right? Because you need probably like 15 galleons to really be effective here in the middle.
Oh, big moment there. Bombard cannon goes down to a cannon galleon. There's only one trev for Margougou. Again, if he would have had those 2 relics, you have to think that he would have more siege right now, and he needs it. And now he needs to deal with that, and he can't actually deal with the Navy, so he's using his treb for the cannon galleon. Oh my God.
He's repairing the treb.
He is. Who wins this battle?
Well, the treb just can't hit anything.
Wait a second. Oh, it was so close.
Just missed.
And he doesn't have gold to repair, man. He doesn't have gold to repair.
Oh, the treb took it down. The treb took it down with its last shot.
What
Love
is
to
this?
see it.
Well, I think, like, I think that Margougou needs to make a run for it. If he can't raid on the sides, I think, like, he needs Hussars to run underneath the castles. And it really sucks, but that's his only plan. He can't just sit here with halbs with no siege behind it and get anywhere.
Yeah, if he can't overwhelm Dooidy, then you're looking at a potential wood game as your only win condition.
Right.
And then you have to start thinking, how much wood did Dooidy chop while he was on my island?
Yeah, yeah, and then, like, how much can Woody buy if he needs it, too, because of the gold. Here comes some Hussars. They just want to deny that castle. I think if that castle goes up, that might be the end, and it feels like it is right now. I know that Dooidy's struggled a little bit with army, but he's making his own halbs now. He still has really good position in the center.
Yeah, he's just not keeping the pop-up.
It's the Q from Margougou. Margou's got so many production buildings, and he's consistently queuing them up.
The galleons are doing work now, though.
I'm not sure they are, actually. Like, I feel like a few demos coming in every now and then would be more successful than having 10 to 15 pop space and galleons. Dave, if the Hussars want to run through, they can accomplish something in the middle.
Oh my God. Transport ships queued up mega transports in the north.
Holy crap. There go the Hussars. Well, Dooidy, sorry, is walled, so it should... Wait!
No, he's not.
Those are Red's walls.
Yep, and he deleted the walls behind it. Is he going to wall
with this
mill?
God, disaster.
He's walling?
I think there's a hole between the house and the blacksmith, though. Oh, no way, dude.
And transport ship in the north, too.
Margougou
is trying to get back into this game here.
And he's baking buildings there, Dave. So unsuccessful before. The Paladins are still down there in the south from that attempt. But Dooidy has got to be completely overwhelmed right now. Galleons are working. Dooidy really should finish that castle. But Hussars into the eco feels bad.
Dude, it's like gonna be like Dunkirk over here, man. He's got all of the military coming to the north. He's gonna load up on the transport ships, send them over. But Dooidy does have more paladins being made in his base, so he's gonna be able to clear up that raiding force, and then hopefully he'll notice this stuff at the north of his base, and he's gonna complete that castle. And when Margougou takes units away to raid Dooidy, that's going to be less units in the middle that he has available. Also, the galleons are clearing up a lot of the reinforcements.
What you need is you need this type of a raid that just happened, and then you need a follow-up to take the castles.
Yep.
That, or I think you might need 2 bases, like an attack from the north and an attack from the south. So we'll see if these vills survive. It's probably worth it for Dooidy to just focus down the villagers and then get Navy over here. And he has done so, Dave. He's actually killed all the vills. So it will only be 2 barracks and 2 stables producing there. What a sick game. And here comes the Navy for Dooidy to protect this area now. So at this point, Margougou has tried twice. And I don't think Dooidy is going to be fooled the 3rd time. I think if he can just hold this with water and hold the middle.
Look at his res.
Should be okay.
2,000 gold. And Margougou still hasn't picked up these relics.
Yeah, that bothers me so much. Like, with all the selling he's doing, just get 100 gold for a monk and get relics. Like, why? If he would have had 4 trebs instead of 2 earlier, he would have pushed down that castle. Like, there's so many instances I think back to where if he had the relics, it could have made the difference. Wow.
He's just holding on. He's looking, like, Margou's looking for any answer here.
Yeah.
And every time he lands, Dooidy is there. Every time he tries to go for some sort of push, Dooidy just has enough to stop it.
Yeah, and if this game continues for another 3 hours, it will be Dooidy's game because Dooidy will have the relics, and he has collected more stone and more gold.
Oh, and he's got Winged Hussar now. Really good rating unit.
Yeah, I like it. Like, it's a trash unit. You don't necessarily need to make a trash unit, but I like the thought process.
He's going for another castle right where the last one got denied, I think.
He's got 3k stone.
At this point, did Lithuanians get Bombard Tower?
I think they do, actually.
I would love that. They build faster than castles. They have high damage output, and because Margougou doesn't have any siege to take them out, they'd be really difficult to deal with.
Man, Halb's wreck ships so much. It's insane. You can't be anywhere close to that. But Margougou has tried everything. I would really like to see castles on either shoreline for Dooidy personally, but he's just going to build another castle towards the center. It's 180 pop for Margougou. He's getting a relic! Woo! Yay, finally.
Oh, there he is. I would love to see Dooidy just snipe that monk on the way back.
It's pretty close.
Oh, Margougou walls out the Winged Hussar.
Oh, sick play.
And they just go around.
Yeah, and you don't want to be using your pop space to defend yourself because it's an inevitable conclusion already. If you end up defending, then you're in trouble.
I like murder holes. I like it a lot.
Yeah, good tech. I think he's gotten all the techs. Like, there were 3 chances. It was like Margougou had 3 lives this game. And Margougou has tried every one. He tried the south landing. He tried the northern landing. And that run through the middle. At this stage, I think Margou's playing on because he's the heavy favorite. Margou's playing on because, much like you and I, maybe didn't even know who Dooidy was. And he probably can't believe it. And no, he calls it.
Damn, dude.
Dooidy wins and we'll move on to the next round. What a series.
Dooidy, let's go. The underdog making his way through. And that was honestly just impressive.
Yeah.
Like, now some of the moves we question, you know, and they're clearly a stylistic thing with him. The thing that impresses me the most about him watching through 3 games is the map vision. Like how he prioritizes it. It's so unique. He always has outposts. Seems like he always has town patrol on his outposts too. And he's always trying to figure out what his enemy is up to so he can respond before they land on his base or before they start raiding him or whatnot. Really good.
I see that this, like, based on his gameplay, I can tell that Dooidy has played games with Lix, Yo, and Bad Koala. Look, I looked at their profile. He's playing with great Nomad players all the time. Like I said, 15 games in 1 freaking day last week on his profile. I just see it, Dave. All the small things, all the things that he does. You also see the fact that he's clearly, like, not really a pro. Like, game 2, I don't think he knew what he was doing.
I got no idea, dude. He lost the build to the elephant.
Yeah, like game 2 was clearly problematic in so many different ways. And then even this game, I feel like he could have, a greater player might have won the game a little earlier with the middle position. But, like, also, the greater players wouldn't have thought to transport to the middle. The greater players wouldn't have built that TC. And it was such a crazy game here. I'm so happy we saw this. And I'm sad for Margougou because I want players like him to have opportunities. But I am really happy because what we both said to each other going into this tourney was, you know, every tournament that's memorable for us has upsets. And we've seen a big example of that right here.
Thema, just to let you know and to let anyone who's curious, when we see a language in a recorded game, Krazini will switch those up. So he gets Rex from the losers and the winners.
Yeah, we both submitted, and I don't know who he selects it from, but it shouldn't be spoilers. There's the eco difference. 43,000 wood collected, 50,000 food collected for Margougou. That obviously went into Halb, but he was behind by 16,000 gold.
Yeah, that's a small, and 7,000 stone.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, if he snagged those relics, Dave, I think his relic gold would be around 2K or maybe 1,500.
It depends when he picks them up,
Of
right?
course, of course. But like, if he snags them, let's say early imp, he has over 1,000 gold there at least.
If it gets him 4 more trebs,
yeah,
then maybe he capitalizes on that push. He had like 1 bombard cannon behind a couple of those pushes. They had nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That was an exceptional game, and I'm really excited to see who Dooidy will face up against next. Most likely, since he's the 85th seed, there's going to be a very big name on the other end of the bracket. I'm actually really curious, and I want to look right now. Wandering Warriors Cup. Oh, okay, so Dooidy will play the winner of the Max and Weber, and I don't know who Weber is exactly.
I would love to see Dooidy against Max.
I would too.
Max would like, oh, you TC'd my land? Okay, I'll just TC your land too.
Well, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the Legend of Dooidy. I love finding a new player, a player that's unknown, and a player with distinct styles. And that's exactly what Dooidy brought us here. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing with the Wandering Warriors Cup as far as YouTube channel uploads, so I'm here to tell you. I will be uploading the entirety of the round of 16 onwards to the YouTube channel. That means every best of 5, every best of 7, the whole way through, every second will be on the YouTube channel. Leading up to that, I'm going to be a little choosy on what I upload because there's just so many games. Using the round of 128, for example, there's 64 best of 3s. Not only can I not cast all of that, but I cannot upload all of that. So, much like this, I will have the best individual games from sets from the earlier rounds coming to the channel. And then, in the descriptions, if you ever want to watch the full set, you will have that available as well. And those are going to be in unlisted videos. Additionally, and this is the last thing, if you really want VOD content, if you really want good YouTube content, you can actually check the Wandering Warriors Cup playlist. And within the Wandering Warriors Cup playlist, there will be additional best of 3s and best of 5s from the earlier rounds for the people who really want to watch some of that stuff, all right? I can't put it all up there, but I'm going to put as much as I can into that playlist. Of course, you can always watch the stream VODs, but I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Thanks for appreciating the content and getting hyped along with me. And I can promise you, this is not going to be the only surprise that we have over the next month. See you guys. Thank you.